Today I'm going to discuss one of Neville Goddard's lectures called Step into the Picture, in which he explains in detail how to actually step into the picture or your desired state in your imagination so that it can be externalized on the screen of space. We are in this room tonight, and this room at this moment is more real to us than anything in this world. It has a cubic reality because we are in it. Think of your home. You know your home far better than you know this room. But your home at this moment is not as real as this room. This room now occupies reality to you, and everything else is shadowy as you think of it. Why is this real? Because you have entered it, you are in it, you occupy it. Now think of your desire or your desired reality. It doesn't feel as real to you as your current reality. Your current reality occupies the reality to you. And your desired reality feels shadowy as you think of it. Why? Because you are not in it, or you are not thinking from your desired reality, but rather you are thinking from your current reality. And this is why your current reality feels more real to you than your desired reality. But if you were to deny the evidence of your senses, or leave your physical body in your current reality and mentally enter or penetrate your desired reality, it will take on reality and it will objectify itself on the screen of space. A man who is now poor and embarrassed because of his poverty, he can still dream and dream of wealth, dream of security, but it's a shadowy state. And it's something that seems to him almost impossible if he is going to use reason. He will say, how is this thing possible? Because I have no background, either intellectually or financially or socially, to even hope to achieve that sort of thing. But if he knows who he really is, the Spirit of God who creates all things dwells in him, and that he can detach that indwelling being from the body that he wears and actually enter his dream, the dream will take on reality. And if he persists in it, it will objectify itself in this world. Am I now confined to this little place here? I am not actually confined to where this body is. I have proved it unnumbered times. I dwell in it, and he who dwells in it is the Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God is my imagination. I have proven to my own satisfaction that my imagination can travel. I don't have to stand here and think of my home. I can stand here and penetrate my home, leaving the body here and penetrating the home becomes a cubic reality, as it will tonight when I take this body home and enter my door. The house is a cubic reality, but must I wait until I get home tonight in this body to give it that? Can I not now, knowing who God is spirit, and he is now encased in this little garment of flesh, but he is spirit, and I have discovered he is my own wonderful human imagination. So what you need to understand here is that the thing that you truly are, which is your imagination or God, is dreaming what you believe yourself to be. He is dreaming having your physical body because he has entered it. In other words, he has imagined your physical body into existence by imagining or assuming himself to be it. And this applies to everything that you are experiencing or your current reality. Basically, wherever you as imagination enter, it becomes reality. And you enter any given state or reality by imagining or assuming yourself to be in that reality. So basically, life is a waking dream of your true self, your imagination. And if you know that this is a dream, you can control it. You can literally enter any state or reality you desire right now. And on entrance, it ceases to be something separate from you. It becomes your reality. Why? Because you are the reality who dwells in it. So whatever you are as imagination, things are real. If you are not in it, things are not real. Now, all states or realities already exist in you as consciousness or imagination, but they are not real to you, or they are excluded from your view until you enter one of them and make it your reality. Once you enter your desired state, it becomes your reality, while your current reality vanishes from your view. So all things already exist in you as imagination because you are imagination. Thus, you can imagine yourself to be anything you want by assuming that you are already it. And if you do it, you will become it. We are called upon to select the state in which we will dwell, or the state that we will enter, and make it our reality. And how do I do it? I do it by simply feeling. What would the feeling be were it true? Or how would I feel were it true? And how would I view the world were it true? And then I will feel myself into that state and try to give it all the tones of reality, all the sensory vividness that I can. And although I cannot see it with my physical eyes yet, it will work. It will objectify itself on the screen of space. So here's how Neville Goddard used his imagination to get out of the army. While I was in the army, I couldn't get out, but I wanted to get out, and I wanted to get out honorably. So while in the army, I assumed that I am in my home in New York City, 2,000 miles away. I was in Camp Pope, Louisiana, and I had an apartment in New York City, in Washington Square. So going to bed physically at Camp Pope, I went to bed in imagination in my home in New York City. Not there on furlough, not there on some little escape, but there honorably discharged. Then I got off my imaginary bed, walked all through my apartment, and saw everything that I would see if I were there. It took on cubic reality. When I awoke the next morning, I was still in Camp Pope, Louisiana. But 10 days later, I was honorably discharged by that same colonel who earlier disapproved my discharge. And he shook my hand, and as I left that base, he said, "I will see you after the war is over." I said, "All right, Colonel, thank you very much." And that very night, I was on a train back to my place in New York City. So whatever you desire, feel after the state of consciousness of the thing desired, or enter the state in which you already have what you want by feeling from that state, and it will be objectified on the screen of space.